Hi, this is James Page for Total Telecom. I'm in Doha today in the offices of Ooredoo, and I'm really pleased to be talking to their CTIO, Günther Ottendorfer. Günther, it's a real pleasure to be talking to you. We're hearing a lot about the progress that's been made with the fibre rollout here, and you played a massive part in that. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about the journey that you've been on.
Absolutely. Hayakum, welcome James, welcome to Qatar and welcome to Ooredoo. We have been on a long journey, and that journey was triggered by the national vision of Qatar to become a state that is leading in the digital economy. One prerequisite for that is to have good connection. So in 2009, Ooredoo started with 2 trial areas in West Bay and in Messamir to develop the first fiber rollout. And from there, the fiber rollout has grown in separate phases across the country. And with that, we can be very proudly tell you that today, more than 99.9% of the households are within the reach of our fiber.
That is an amazing accomplishment, but not all been smooth sailing along the way. I mean, it's making a huge contribution to that 2030 vision. But there was a small incident of a global pandemic along the way. How did you deal with that?
The global pandemic in Qatar was really a challenge for us. It significantly increased the traffic on our network, so we had to reinforce and add more capacity. The traffic increase was more than 35%, and since then we haven't come down. So the amount of traffic we have on our network is really astonishing. At the pandemic, a major source for it was the rise of Zoom and Teams, all these tools that were needed to remotely connect, for example, schools. They really drove big amounts of traffic to us. And we have seen since then that people kept using them as tools. And also we in Ooredoo as a company have introduced work from home, which of course drives the traffic, and so have many other companies here in Qatar.
Yeah, it's changed the world and the way that we communicate. So obviously having that fantastic level of connectivity, the 99% availability is great. They've also got to be rock solid in terms of stability. So maybe you could tell us a bit more about how you're managing to keep those service levels so high.
Yes, so one of the key things is our partners like Huawei that help us to keep the service availability on highest levels. Another thing is our architecture. We have designed the network in 2 independent networks that we can reach the important aggregation points from 2 sides always. That helps us to keep availability high, and we have also then, in the pandemic, but also afterwards and for special events, increased capacity in the points where it's needed so that we can provide customers with excellent quality all the time.
Okay, you mentioned special events then. There was a very special event, a major sporting event that happened here not so long ago, and you took service levels to a completely new level as part of that event.
So there was a mega sports event last year in Qatar, and in preparation for that, we connected all the stadiums with at least 2 routes. We have connected several locations even with 3 routes, just to have the security that the transport for not only the mobile services, but also fixed services, TV, broadcasting. We have Tetra here in the country. All these services need this very high availability. And that ultra high availability for that event, we have been monitoring with a team of like more than 500 experts on the ground, together with our partners. We have achieved that everything, the whole event, as you know, was a real success. And also on the mobile side, it was impressive. And that was because of our very good fiber network, that we could handle all this, especially uplink traffic from people that wanted to share these moments with their friends and family.
The speeds and the availability within the stadia themselves was phenomenal. I've seen some of the videos that people have taken showing those speeds. It's really quite an achievement.
No, absolutely. So Qatar is in the top 20 of speed tests globally when it comes to fixed speeds. And we are usually in the top 3 when it comes to mobile speed. So the country has really excellent infrastructure And we are working on further developing that.
Okay, and some of the areas that you might be then developing into are thinking about business services and particularly what Ooredoo do for them, in both in the service provision, but also how you're dealing with the change from an old legacy system.
Yes. So that is a very important part. From the beginning, it was clear to us that as a small team, we needed to use the power of automatization. And so we were one of the first providers in the world that developed a 100% automatization provisioning process. And that provisioning process enables us, on the one hand, to connect customers very fast, but on the other hand, also to do it with basically zero failure rate, because there's no human error. And it's increasing also the reuse and the reliability, because also the inventory is with that. That enabled us to do great service for the consumers, but also for businesses. So today we have more than 400 complex business services that are all provisioned 100% automatically. So this is a zero-touch world for us that is great for our customers on the consumer and on the business side.
And I think one of those services, you've got Apple TV able to come across on those services
Yes.
as well, which is excellent.
We have several TV services in the country and streaming services. We have also Ooredoo TV with more than 600 channels, more than 200 of them HD, and we have also 4K channels. So it's quite a lot of content that we support on the way to the customer.
Fantastic. Lots of development goes on. This is a very modern, active place to be provisioning services to. One of the places that you do some work is in the technological city that's not too far from here. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about how that's working.
Yes, absolutely. So as part of the vision for Qatar, there is Lusail. Lusail Smart City is one of the new construction areas, and we have there deployed extensively our fiber. We are supporting there several smart projects that are ongoing, and we look forward, as the city grows and grows, to extend that also to other parts of the Qatar. Lusail in itself, north of Doha, is played an important role also for the mega sport event, because the biggest stadium for the final is there. So there you can also see the importance of that area for us.
Now, it was a phenomenal event that sort of marked a point on that journey that we started talking about, but nothing sits still on that. Where are we going with the next developments for Ooredoo? What's in the pipeline? What could give us a sense of what's next?
Yes. So very good. Favorite topic, innovation, and how do we drive it forward? So what we are doing is we have introduced this year 2 innovations that we bring to our customers, and we have seen very good acceptance. The first one is fiber to the room. So together with our partner Huawei, we can equip customers that have big houses, that have multiple rooms, the service of fiber to the room. Why is that a good thing for the customer? It brings him higher reliability, higher availability of the service, and higher speeds. And that is especially for very big houses, very big mansions, a great thing, and something that people obviously have been looking for, because we have seen a lot of positive comments on the social media here about it. So we are very happy about this innovation. And then second innovation is 50 gigabits per second. So we have in Lusail an area where we have deployed next generation GPON with 10 gigabits per second. And we are increasing that over Qatar. But in parallel, we introduced also 50 gigabits per second. So that opens a new area of possibilities for our customers. And we are sure that that will be a service that will be in high demand in the future. So that's why we started this year. And we look forward to roll that out further and further. And with that, helping the national vision and helping the digitalization of Qatar.
Well, with the journey that you've been on so far and the support that you've had, there will be absolutely nobody who could suggest that's not going to be achievable. So, Günther, thank you so much for taking us through all of that. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and maybe we'll come back and see you again as we get closer to that 2030 vision.
Shukran, James. Great pleasure having you here, and very happy to talk about our role as a pioneer in fiber rollout and FTTX. I think globally, this is a remarkable effort that Qatar has done, and I'm sure that it will help the country very well having such a great infrastructure.
Well, great to talk to you about it today.
Thank you so much.